Hey everybody, hope you're doing alright out there. Thought I'd share with you a couple items that I ordered. They just showed up, and I want to get these opened and see what the heck's in them, so let's find out. You know, a bag inside of a box. Alright, let's get this open too. We are back, and on the left here we have Egyptian walking onions, and on the right we have purple tree collards. The purple tree collards here are wrapped up in a little bit of plastic with a slightly damp paper towel there just to keep the bottoms moist. Also came with these instructions here on how to get these going. Alright, we got the tree collards unwrapped here out of their little wrapping paper. And I don't know if this is visible on the camera, but there's actually little roots already starting to sprout out. So I don't know if that's a good sign or bad sign, but I'm excited by it. I have these 3 little plastic red cups that I poked little holes all around the sides on the bottom with a little X-Acto knife so that the water can drain. And I'm using a seed starter medium, which I'm about to get some seeds going as well. And I think this will work excellent for what I need here, because it's got some nice compost material in it, plus it's very well draining. Alright, so these red cups, these are not the ideal growing containers for your tree collard clippings, but it's the best I can do at the moment. So they recommend you stick this in about 2/3 down. So I'm going to stick it in until I feel the bottom, and then I'll back it out a little bit. And there we go. I'm also going to top off with some more compost there, so it'll actually be a little bit deeper still. And then let's pop this second one in here. There we go. And the third one. Alright, how's that for excitement? I have a number of these little plastic, I don't know what they are, 5-gallon pots. And they actually work surprisingly well. You can see this one here split on the edge a little bit. One thing I have noticed is after they've had a chance to sit outside for a while, this plastic does get a little more brittle. And if you try just picking it up from the edges, especially if it's really waterlogged, you'll start to tear it. But overall, I really enjoy these. They work really well for, I probably had a tomato plant in there. Actually, you can still see a little golden nugget tomato that's shriveled up there. They work well for tomatoes, peppers, just little individual strawberry plants that you just want to throw in there. Seem to do really well. But in my case, I'm going to see if I can't stuff maybe 3 or 4 Egyptian onions per pot here. And I got a little helper buddy here that wants to hang out. Well, you want to plant some onions, bud? Alright, we are back. The Egyptian walking onions have all been put in. I counted about 11. I think there was only supposed to be 10, so I got an extra, or there was a dozen and I misplaced one of them. But at any rate, they're in there now. And when I was setting up shop here, you may have noticed there was a pile of little sticks that was on top of that this little dirt mound here, and those do actually serve a purpose. You may have noticed there was a cat that decided to come by and join me, and these sticks will help deter the cats so they don't use them as a little litter box. So I just plop these little sticks in here and there, and that'll annoy the cat just enough that they won't try to do their business here. So I got a few more sets of sticks I got to put in. Let's see if I can just hold this while I pull these out. I don't know what kind of weeds we got growing in here. Let's get them out. Oh, you know what? I can't plant anything in here. There's a little herb of some kind growing here, I think. Yep. Ah, boy. Well, we've got all ready to go down to business into some French tarragon. It had just died back a little bit from the cold, but it looks to me like it's still alive. So we're gonna have to find a different pot. Okay, here's another one of these little plastic pots. It's got something dead in it. Actually, I think it's some mint. And I already have a giant container of mint, actually, right here. Alright, let's get in here with the shovel and dig out some of this mint. Alright, we're back, and we got a little bit tighter quarters here. So I think even just putting 4 in here is going to be pretty tight. But let's give it a shot, see what happens. I definitely have enough of these that if I lose a few, it's not going to break my heart too much. So I'll go ahead and plop these down in here. It's about 1 inch deep. I don't know if that's about 4 inches apart. Close enough. Like I said, it's going to be tight in there. And just go ahead and cover with a little dirt. Yeah, that's a pretty simple operation, huh? And I'll keep an eye on this, see what the heck happens. Hopefully we'll get some beautiful red onions popping up out of here. Like I said, I've never grown onions before. And I planted the Egyptian walking onions today. And then I have the red onions here. So I don't really know what to expect. I guess I've done maybe green onions, chives, but I've never done anything that has a big bulb like that. So I'm really curious to see just what ends up happening.